Hello,
Weird with the
everybody.
Gilford.
Welcome back. My name is Conor McGilligan. This is Callum Fowler, and we are back today discussing the Premier League fixtures reaction. Obviously, Callum is a Barnsley supporter, so 2 tiers down is where you'll find them.
Okay.
Leeds United, Sunderland, and Burnley. We're going to be focusing on a little bit today, but yeah, we'll be speaking about all of them as well, and the fixture difficulties and all that good stuff. How you doing, mate? All right?
Not bad. You caught me off guard a little bit there. I was like halfway up my chair when you were doing it.
Pants off.
Yeah, no, pants firmly on. You have to pay for that somewhere else, guys.
Yeah, 100%. Right, mate. So we've got obviously the fixtures have been released. Interesting when it comes to the analysts, which have used like Opta's difficulty rating, and they reckon Man United, Arsenal, Bournemouth, Everton, and Liverpool have got the hardest fixtures just straight off the bat. And this is a sort of a kind of interesting topic of conversation. Everton moving to the moving to the Hill Dickinson Stadium, a bit intimidating that one. But how do you reckon they'll do this year? Do you reckon that transition to the new stadium? Do you reckon that'll be a difficult one for them, or do you reckon Moyes is almost perfect for it? Really?
No, it's made for Moyes, isn't it?
Do you reckon?
They're not the same Everton as they were like last couple of years. I think they've escaped that now. You know,
Yeah,
when they're constantly being dragged about near bottom and always worrying about it. I think they'll be more than fine, Everton, this year.
yeah.
It's not the same as it once were.
Yeah, I think they will as well. I think with some of the players that are linked to as well, it looks quite strong. I mean, Grealish as well is always heavily linked there. Could you see
Mm.
that happening? Someone like Grealish
No,
going
I
there.
don't know about that. He'll want somebody that's in Europe still. I think if he's going to
Yeah, yeah,
move, it won't be to them. Might get like a Villa or something, like Rashford's done.
yeah. So their first one, Leeds at home. They've got Brighton, Wolves, Villa, Liverpool. To be honest, I don't know why when I'm looking at those first five, I don't think they seem mad difficult. Like that apparently that's the fourth hardest run. Leeds away, Brighton at home, Wolves away,
Mm.
Villa at home, and then they've got Liverpool at the end. That doesn't seem that
You know
bad,
what?
does it?
I reckon though, just Liverpool away will put like just 5 times multiplier on it in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Just because like Arsenal's is same because theirs isn't exactly the hardest thing you've ever seen. I know they've got City at home as well, but
Mm,
they've got you and Forest at home, or they should just win comfortably.
mm.
I think it's just because it's Liverpool away. I could see him doing all right out of first five, mate. If that's been one of the hardest ones.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like a little bit further to the top as well, you've got I think Man United have got a rancid fixture list. Obviously they've got Arsenal, Fulham away,
Yeah,
Burnley at home, City away, Chelsea at home. He could be in trouble very, very quickly, I think, when you're looking at and it's a good opening games of the season, isn't it? Like Man United versus Arsenal. But do you think they can be any closer to maybe 15th or 14th this season, Man United? What do you reckon?
thing is, they've got to worry about Fulham. You know, out of them five, it's like City's a given that they're going to lose anyway. You've got to worry about Fulham and Burnley then.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I've seen anything to say that they'd even get top half. Really,
I don't think Cunha's enough, is he? They need way
he's
more than
good.
that.
He's
They
a
need,
good player, but he's not. He's
yeah,
not the answer.
no. They need like an Osimhen or something, don't they? Especially like I mean,
Yeah,
Liverpool as well. Verts, Kirkes, Frimpong coming in. They've got
linked to
soft.
Isaac.
Do you reckon that's mad, isn't it? That can't happen, can it? Isaac, like,
They'll wrap league up for years
yeah, yeah, they
if they
will.
do it. It'll be like a City domination vibe.
Yeah, and that feels like the biggest one, done it? When you're kind of looking at if they can get off with it. But I saw the other day, apparently Pep was saying, well, there's Pep Linders, obviously formerly of Liverpool, that's
Mm.
gone to City. Apparently now Guardiola's taken like an admiration for how PSG won the
Oh yeah, I
Champions
saw that.
League. Apparently, he's like the screaming in training, like fast, fast, fast. It's like,
Oh
oh my
God,
god,
good.
oh my
Honestly,
god.
good. They're at new levels in it. They're just going to take it up a notch further. But who they signed? They got Turkey,
Got Cherki 8 Nori, aren't they? Which I'm praying somehow weakens Wolves.
rapid,
Yeah. And then you got 8 Nori, and then you got Cherky, and then it's
that midfielder, that reindeer.
Reinders,
Ah,
reindeer in
him.
the middle. Yeah.
Well, fast lads, aren't they? They're not like ball retention players, especially Turkey and
Yeah.
Nouri. They like to bomb forward, don't they, and get it in fast.
How do you see it going then between Arsenal, Liverpool, and City? Because they're the top three, aren't they? I can't see Chelsea breaking it. I can't see Man United getting into it. Spurs, no. I mean,
I don't
how do
know
you,
with Chelsea, you know.
reckon?
Maybe it depends how
Rap,
much money they throw at it.
yeah.
It's just never ending, is it? I like the Delap signing for the amount of money that it's cost. It's nice rotation in it for
Yeah.
Europe as well. The midfield's really good with Chelsea. Maybe not to the same level, but I don't think they'll be a million miles off. You know, I don't think Newcastle will be a million miles off to keep Isaac.
Do you know where I think they're? I think when you look at Newcastle, I think where they're a little bit weak is probably centre back.
Yeah.
Botman's a problem in it. Like he's obviously their best centre back, but it's
Mm.
just injuries. I think Shah, I think Dan Burn, I think Lascelles. They've got to improve on that because I think they were linked with Van Hecker, weren't they? Which would be a decent
Mm.
addition.
There were good stop gaps at time to like bridge that gap a little bit,
Yeah.
but to take next step of the midfield's just stacked in it. Obviously, you've got Isaac up front. The wingers are good. I do agree they need to strengthen the defenders. But like so if you're looking at a top three of Arsenal, City, and Liverpool,
Mm.
I don't know about Arsenal. Where they're gonna? I just don't. How can they close that gap? Liverpool spending stupid money. City is City. I just don't.
It's a little bit
Arsenal
like
just don't do it for me.
it's a little bit like you're talking about Isak, aren't you? And you're thinking that's an Arsenal signing. That's what you need. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
Zubamendi good, but I just don't know if it's going to bridge the gap with what City have brought in, especially
Mm.
what Liverpool have done. I don't. I think that yeah, like you said, imagine they fall out the top four. Oh, subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, please. But yeah, that'll be unbelievable. But I think talking about new bosses as well, because I've got those Premier League fixtures out. Spurs, it looks like their fixtures are not bad. They're okay. Um, Apparently on the sort of average rating, they're like pretty decent as well. I mean, they got City in there, like you said, that's going to make it a lot more difficult automatically. They've got a good
Yeah,
record at City, though, haven't they?
yeah. I'm gonna, yeah, yeah.
They've got a good record. Burnley at home, Bournemouth at home, West Ham away, Brighton away. What? First of all, Thomas Frank, you feeling it or not?
I'm feeling that.
Yeah, I'm feeling it as well.
I don't know if he's like. I feel like, with Brentford, they feel like a little bit of a franchise in their own regard. That
Yeah,
the manager has no real say on signings anyway. It's odd, isn't it? So it's like a different role for him almost. But I like it. Tactically, Brentford I think are really good. I think they fit same style anyway. They like to bomb players forward, don't they? Same
yeah,
as what Ange were doing. It's just I think it's a little bit more defensively minded. Ange, I'd say.
yeah, yeah. No,
I
I know
like
you.
it though.
Yeah, I do as well. Like he played apparently when he was at Brentford, he play a 3-5-2 all the time when they
Mm.
were up against it defensive. Play 3-5-2, and then he'd switch to a 4-3-3 in games where he thought they were going to pick up a win, and it's that sort of thing in it, which has been lacking a little bit with Ange because it was one style of play every
Yeah,
single time.
adaptability. Yeah, that's something
Yeah,
Ange ain't got.
yeah. Let's talk about Ruben Amorim. Who's under more pressure earlier on? Do you reckon it is Frank or do you reckon it's Amorim? It's got to be Amorim, hasn't it?
Easy,
It's
easily.
got to be.
But I think there's no excuse though now. I know we said that Cunha's not like the sole answer,
Yeah.
but he's a very good player.
Yeah,
And
he is.
who else are being linked to? They'll probably go and get another centre half if they want Embuemo. I don't know. Even without Europe, they're going to drop minimum 100 million quid. There's no excuse to not at least push for something proper. Like even if it is just pushing for Conference League, they've got to be like 6 places higher minimum.
How long do you reckon he gets, Amorim? Do you reckon it's one of those where it carries on, or do you think it's like a Ten Hag thing where maybe they back him, he goes into the season, and then they immediately realise that it's not working?
Maybe January
It's
they
that
might give to them.
it's that bag three, isn't it? It's that
The
back three.
crap.
And, yeah, it's just they've got to get some serious reinforcements in at the back for me. I'm just not sure the mobility like Maguire, Martinez. They need players.
But you
But
don't
yeah,
think people have just been saying that forever? Like it's
yeah.
just the same conversations every summer with him.
Well, who've they improved? You know, since Fergie, who's actually improved since going there? You probably say like Bruno Fernandes. That's it, innit? In terms of
Yeah,
going on to a
as the
next
standout,
stage.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think Yoro will be good. He
Mm.
generally looks all right. But the strikers, I'm not saying anything that people think was irksy me at all.
Nah, me neither. Was it
But for
sort of
Man
an?
United,
I know, yeah. It's not consistent enough.
it's the standard. The standards are dropping of them. If they think that that's acceptable for Man United, I think they've just lost it.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Let's pivot on to sort of like underrated fixtures with some of them that are coming up. Obviously, we spoke about Arsenal, Man United, which Amarin might be under pressure immediately, but they seem
Mm,
to do all right They seem to do all right against Arsenal. It's a bit annoying at Old Trafford. I think
I
it
do
is
like
Old
that. Yeah,
Trafford, is it, or is it Arsenal?
yeah,
Yeah,
it's certainly
it's
Manu.
Old Trafford, isn't it? So like you're looking at some maybe towards the bottom, Sunderland, West Ham. That's a bit of a blockbuster in it, and you mentioned this
Yeah.
earlier on. Leeds, Everton. It's tasty in it. Those two
I
in
think that's
particular.
best. Well, Man United, Arsenal's going to take it all.
Yeah.
But Leeds, to be fair, like you just said, Sunderland, West Ham. I think Sunderland could nick something definitely there. I think they'll be up for it first game.
Yeah.
The Leeds Everton's game. If I'm only watching one out of them, I am watching that, and that's not just even for a hate watch. Like I think that could set tone properly for
Sky
your
Sports,
season.
Cal. Monday night.
Yeah, I really that could set tone big time because if you lose that early doors, oh dearie me.
It's big though, isn't it? I mean, I'm just looking at the fixture list and looking at who's got probably the easiest out the top. Sorry, the ones that have come up. You look at Sunderland. Sunderland have got West Ham, Burnley away,
Mm,
Brentford at home, Palace away.
yeah.
That's their first four. That as a fixture list, first four. I mean, you could even lump Villa in there if you want. They've got Villa at home after that, so they've got three home games are huge, aren't they? And as away games, Burnley and Palace. It's probably one of those where Sunderland have got to be targeting. I don't know how many points there. Maybe 10, maybe 7, 10. What do you reckon? Nine.
Out at first five or first four?
First 5 games, I think they've probably got to be looking at maybe 7 or 9 points there.
Realistically, seven's a push. I think they definitely lose away at Palace, mate.
Mm.
Defo. Palace are really good. I think people look at. I'm not saying you or me do this, but people look at names of clubs and just assume that they
Like
should be able to whack it.
FA Cup winners.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, exactly. They bet Man City in FA Cup final. They've got
Yeah.
Europe on the horizon. They're going to strengthen a lot. They'll keep Elise, not Elise. They'll keep Eze, Gurhi, and that you'd think with just
Mm,
having Europe in case they get kicked out, which is disgusting on its own.
mm.
But I think Palace at home to Sunderland, they should win that comfortably.
That's the big one, though,
Really.
isn't it? Like we spoke a lot towards the back end of last season of Burnley and Sheffield United being the game that everyone was looking toward.
Yeah.
You're going to get so many Burnley fans and Sunderland fans looking at that second game of the season now, aren't you? Burnley against Sunderland.
Oh yeah,
That's massive.
6 points straight away, isn't it?
I don't know if I'd want that straight away. It's
Espe
pressure. It's pressure,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, but I think it's worse for Burnley because it's at home for a minute.
Yeah,
Sunderland, you could like sort of if we'll go into a draw happily, but if they lose that at home to Sunderland, it's just
yeah.
you can't see. There's not many easier fixtures is there than that.
I can't understand how Burnley have got this like easy fixture thing as well. Like Tottenham away, Sunderland at home, Man United away, Liverpool at
Yeah,
home, and Forest at home. That is how have Opta rated that the fourth easiest?
I
How have
know.
they done that?
I'm just having a look now. Tottenham's a loss. It's just Sunderland, isn't it? It's because Sunderland at home is easiest fixture in the league.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's that, but guaranteed loss to Liverpool. I think they lose to Forest.
Forest are tough, aren't they? They're going to be.
Forest are a good side. They
Yeah,
might
they
drop
are.
down a little bit this season with Europe factor, not having a
Mm,
squad fit for it. Like Villa did it, didn't they, in Newcastle when they
yeah,
first
yeah.
went in, and West Ham. I think that could be tough on them, but I think Burnley could get a point out of the
Yeah,
first five.
yeah, 100%. Leeds anyway. Your favourite club. Everton at home, Arsenal away, Newcastle at home. That we were just speaking about off air. To be honest, I don't actually know if that. I mean, where apparently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8 places below Burnley in terms of fixture difficulty.
Mm.
I think, to be honest, Cal, having an opening game of which you can at least look at and think, you can get 3 points there is massive. But I think
Yeah,
I think we lose. I think we lose against Arsenal and Newcastle. But once again, 5 games there. I think we I don't know how many points you target, but 7 maybe. It's gonna be so tough to get 7, mate.
Oh
We've
God.
got to though, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Where
was,
else do you look for it?
mate.
Yeah.
I was saying this the other day. People are just like you're being delusional, but it's one of these things with like Sunderland and Burnley as well. You beat the promoted teams back to back.
Mm.
You got 12 points. You've
Yeah.
got to find
Yeah.
wins from somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the away games. Though. Obviously, Leeds have got those. If you have Fulham at home and Wolves at home instead in the
Yeah,
first 5, that'd be
I agree with
easier.
that. But the fact, like, come back to Everton one, you're going to lose Arsenal. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Newcastle, I think, more or less a loss. You've got the home aspect, haven't you, and atmosphere and all that you can play on. But Fulham and Wolves away, I think you'd do well to get a point from both. Like, genuinely, they're just
Yeah,
that good. Fulham are very good. Fulham are very good.
they
Wolves, you've got
are.
to look at as a serious one. But Fulham, I don't think you'd be or get anything from Fulham, me personally.
So you kind of look, but like you said, you kind of look at it, don't you? And I guess it's kind of what you're coming back to every single time when it's like the promoted teams really, really struggling, and the gap between them,
Mm.
and some of these teams, like because I think we've said this as well. I do think if you do it right, because I think there's context with all the 6 that have gone up and come
Yeah.
straight back down again. I think there's massive context with it, but these 17 teams obviously haven't been in the mire of being relegated over the last 2 seasons anyway. But, the
Mm.
ones in and around the bottom, and they've just got stronger and stronger every single season. I mean, I was thinking the other day, Wolves have now got like 93 million quid in the coffers, haven't they? It's like with Ait Nori and Cunha, like I don't know, mate. It's
The one that people use as well is that, oh well, Wolves without Cunha, especially Cunha. 8-0 is a different thing,
Hmm.
but without Cunha, we could definitely get at him. But when he got banned, didn't they win like 5 out of 6 games when he weren't playing?
Yeah, 5
They
out of
were
6.
really good when
Yeah.
he weren't playing. Obviously, they're going to add to that as well. Like people think just because they sold Cunha and 8 they're going to rock up with 9 players. They're going to spend, like you just said, they've got 90 million quid to go at it with, and more wages that they can probably offer than 3 that's come up.
Yeah.
He said it's tough, but you have got to look at them games, like you say, and think, well, we're not going to beat Arsenal or Newcastle or Liverpool or like all these sides. So you've got to look at Wolves or Fulham as someone that you can realistically beat, and you're not gonna. It's hard,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's hard to like talk about as much as well because we haven't really kicked off with the transfer window yet, and Wolves could go out there and bring in
Mm,
3 absolute beasts, and we could be
yeah.
looking at it and going, "Oh my god, Wolves are going to be at the top end of the table." I mean, yeah, I mean, I know you're a big Keith Andrews fan as well, so Brentford are going to
Love
go on
him.
to Europe. But yeah, I think as I say, when it comes to the top teams, it looks like Liverpool have got the easiest run, sort of around about mid-October.
Mm.
Are you looking at them again, Cal, and just being like they're going to win the league? Or I think City are going to be close this year. I think it's going. It could.
Yes, I think it'll be closer.
Yeah, yeah,
But Liverpool spent that much money on Verts, haven't they? And they've covered the fullbacks straight away for
yeah,
next decade. They're going to bought 2 at best you can probably get. I know they're very attacking, aren't they, both of
yeah,
them?
yeah.
So, but they're not shy. They know what they want to do. They've recruited and got it straight away.
Mm.
It's about time. This Coutinho money's stretching quite far, but it's about time they drop some breasts because they don't spend stupid like well, City on net spend aren't that bad either. But the
No,
amount they
no.
spend and Man United and these boys, Liverpool warrant spending that. They've been in Champions League forever,
Yeah,
winning leagues. They ought to.
of course they do. Derby days are back, Cal.
Oh, here we
Sunderland
go.
versus Leeds, and sorry, Sunderland versus Newcastle and Leeds Man United,
I
biggest
thought
derby in the world. But it's good.
maybe
It
for
is.
people that were born 40 years ago, yeah.
I was, but maybe I think Sunderland and Newcastle. It's a good one, is it? It's a good
Oh
one to
yeah,
have back in the Premier League. It's always a
oh, it is.
spicy one. That.
But then it's like, again, can they compete? Because Newcastle went and slapped them in cup, didn't they? At
Do you
Sunderland.
not think it was miles better? I think Sunderland had like 6 in a row over them, and Newcastle it was like
Yeah.
Ashley days, wasn't it? Where they were absolutely tripe, and Sunderland had a bit of they had leverage over them, didn't
Mm.
they? The Canio sliding down the touchline,
Yeah.
3-0. But yeah, no, I think Leeds, obviously Leeds Man United, it's definitely more of a Leeds thing than a Man United thing. But
It
yeah,
needs it though. I think Prem needs games like this because
It's
it's getting
like it's
stale.
like you said though. Do you think even like the younger generation even recognize this? Like I've got mates who obviously the whole Leeds Man United thing are very get it, completely get it.
Mm.
But the dads, mate, one of my mates' dads will message me every single time Leeds lose with just a shit emoji every single
Yeah,
time, and
well,
it's
yeah,
just
that's
like
what it is, isn't it? It depends what generation of people
yeah,
that you ask for
yeah,
who they don't like and who they do. It's obviously one of the biggest games in the country. It is. Like historically.
yeah,
I look forward to it. Honestly, I look forward to it. I mean, I think you'd lose both.
mm,
Um, but I still look forward to them games. It needs it. There's too many London. I like personally. There's too many London sides that are just pointless. Like your Fulhams and Brentfords and Palace and all these sides. They're not real spicy derbies, are they? They're like local games. They're not
yeah,
derbies.
yeah.
Leeds, Man United, and Sunderland, Newcastle will just take it up a notch.
Massive, massive. I'm going to annoy you here as well.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
if you've heard this yet. You've seen the Christmas schedules change. No Boxing Day games
What for everybody or just for Prem?
for Prem.
No, I'm not bothered. Mate, I'll be here soaked
Cal,
wherever the
Cal,
Barnsley
Cal,
are.
you
So
gotta
I'm not
get you
bothered.
gotta get into this, mate. We're doing Premier League reviews
I
soon.
couldn't
So
get monkeys, bro. I could be in Cardiff upside down, mate. I'm not bothered.
Cardiff 6-0. Yeah,
Probably.
but do you think it's like a bit of a? I guess we've had the club world whatever championship it is in like Miami and stuff like that, and it feels like they're playing all the time at this moment in time. Doesn't it? It
Mm.
feels like it's maybe a bit. I guess a smarter move for player welfare, but do you kind of lose something a bit traditional there? When it comes to
Yeah,
Boxing Day
exactly. But
fixtures.
tradition don't mean out to them, does it? That's
No.
the thing, because they're just removing like FA Cup replays with tradition, and they got rid of that, so you could go and play whatever these competitions are or friendlies as soon as it's done. It's same as like they've got rid of New Year's Day ones, haven't they? As well,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not a thing anymore.
No.
I don't know if that's a. I think EFL still do that.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think.
remember.
Yeah, yeah, I think they do.
But it's just like I don't know. I just, they'd have all been moved for TV anyway, wouldn't they? So you can never bank on a fixture being in place
Mm.
anyway because they move 6 from every weekend.
So I know
I,
you
I
haven't
I
been.
just feel sorry for fans.
Well, I know you haven't been on since we did it like about 1 month ago, like 6 weeks ago, when it comes to a bit of content. But is there anything, and I know what the answer is going to be to this, but is there anything in your mind which maybe gives a tiny bit to any of the promoted? I mean, the thing is, Cal, if none of the promoted teams do it this time, it's probably going to get to a point of which you're thinking to yourself, well, this is long now. This is really long because it's
I
going to go
think they'd
probably.
change it if it happened again.
Do you reckon after
Yeah,
this year?
I reckon they'd change because in there's some like independent
Yeah.
adjudicator thing coming in soon anyway. I think they'd change financial structure through pyramid if it happened again. I
Mm,
think like Sky pundits and that are being a bit more vocal with it now, like Carra especially. He's not shy in saying what he thinks, is he? And they're even people that are being paid by Sky, who are a large part of it, are starting to
yeah.
speak about it more. I don't think Burnley have got a chance.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
don't
want
wanna
them to, but I don't.
why are we thinking that? Why? Because 'cause I'm the same. I'm immediately just being like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's just Burnley and there's evidence there, but I don't know what they
Minimal
do.
firepower going forward. Like obviously they've lost Egan Riley as well. Trafford, there's still people sniffing around Trafford and Esteve, isn't there? So you never know with that. I just like they can't compete with either you or Sunderland, near mind all over 17. So they've got to have some very, very good recruitment strategy if they've got a chance, really. I just I think it'll be a lot of low scoring from there. I think they'll lose a lot of 2-0s. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
me too.
Going off going forward. And the defense, even though it were really good for championship, this is a different level. So I don't know with Burnley.
It feels like keep it. I think that they're gonna have more of a chance than Company though. They're gonna have a more of a chance than that
Yeah, because
Company
they're
side.
a bit more switched on, not as stubborn, are they?
Nah, defensively minded. Because at least you can stay up if you've got a decent defense. I don't
Mm,
think you always have to have a scorer in the side. It'd be ideal if you did, but if you can if you can keep yourselves in the game, that's kind
yeah.
of what you need to be doing on pretty much every fixture, don't you? But yeah, right, mate. Well, you've given me a lot of hope there, so thanks so much for that.
No, Leeds and Sunderland, I think no. I think they'll be closer than this time and like last couple.
You can't
That's
do it
the
anyway because you put on your channel. You've said it a million and one times. That so
yeah,
you'd
and
have to
so
go.
far it's right. And I reckon you're still 7, 8 points off me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. Guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Cal's channel will be in the link in the description. I'm sure you're all very aware of that anyway. Keep an eye on the channel. We'll be doing something else in just a little bit, and we'll see you in a bit. Cheers.